Hello, I'm Jinko, I'm level 38, and I'm gonna show you my skill tree because many people have been asking me, coming by my live stream and saying, can you show me your skill tree? I don't think you should copy-paste anyone else's skill tree. I think you should make choices depending on your playstyle. But because people are interested and because I discovered stuff by upgrading some, for example, proficient prior, I discovered something after upgrading it 5 out of 5. I think it's still worth learning from others that are not picking the same nodes as you, to know if it's worth going for a node you might have dismissed. For example, I'm not sure if I want to go for security breach, because I don't know what the security lockers contain. So how can I be sure I want to spend 36 plus 1 points in this tree if this turns out to be garbage, you know? So for this very reason, I'm staying kinda low in the first area of each branch, and I'm gonna explain to you my choices and why I went for a very specific thing before I commit to more important later nodes. So I'm gonna go branch by branch. I'm gonna start from conditioning, then mobility, then survival, and I'm gonna explain every node I have put points in, and at the end I'm gonna tell you what nodes I will go for. I'm not gonna explain every single node in the tree, but later, if you want another video where I'm level, I don't know, 60, 75, which seems to be the max, I can make another video and talk more about nodes in depth, but it's not my goal here. So if you're interested, do tell me in the comments, and let's get started. So, used to the weight, it's the first node in the conditioning tree. Wearing a shield doesn't slow you down as much. It's always useful. When is the last time you went into a raid without a shield? Never. 3 loadouts have a shield, and when you go with their level 1 shield. You never go naked, right? So, do you want to not be slowed down as much all the time? Literally every single raid? Probably, right? So, that's why I picked it. Then we have Blastborn. Your hearing is less affected by nearby explosions. I think it's too niche, not useful enough, doesn't make sense to spend more than a single point into it to access the next node, which I think is very, very much worth it. Fight or Flight. When you're hurt in combat, regain a fixed amount of stamina. Has a cooldown between uses. At first, I didn't know if it was gonna be worth it, so I spent a single point just to test it. And I realized it was good because I was out in the open, no more stamina, because I kept running like a dummy and ran out of stamina, and I was being chased by Arc. And at some point, some distant wasp shot me. I took like, I don't know, 5 points of damage, but from taking that damage, I simply earned back a bit of stamina, which was enough for me to run for, I don't know, 5 more seconds and reach a tunnel entrance and hide. So, very clutch. If you get sniped by a Pharaoh, by an Osprey while you are out in the open and you don't have stamina, or you don't have a lot of stamina, as soon as you take damage, you gain a bit of stamina back, and it might be the difference between running away and undercover or dying right there and then. Extremely useful, because you don't only take damage from other raiders, you also take damage from arcs. So, always useful, right? In every raid, you're gonna probably take a little bit of damage. And if you are in a pinch already, you are most likely to die. So this allows you to be less likely to die in situations where you are the most likely to die, if that makes sense. So I really find it great, and I'm gonna put 5 points into that. Next is gentle pressure. You make less noise when breaching. I don't think it's useful enough, because if someone hears you breaching, either you are a free kill and you are already dead because they will have the jump on you, or you have the next node maxed out, which is proficient prior. Breaching doors and containers takes less time, and that means you will be spending less time prying open something. So as soon as you pry it open, person might hear you, but by the time they reach you, you will be done breaching and you will be behind that door, right? So I don't think it's worth going for both. Either you are a stealth player and you don't want to be detected in the first place, so you would go silent breach, or you don't really care about this and you go fast breaching. Now, I think this is better in another way. When you have fast breaching, suddenly opening an arc probe isn't too long. It's like, I don't know, it takes 5 seconds, something like that. When you loot an arc probe, you get 500 XP. When you loot a Baron Husk, you get 500 XP. And when you loot other similar containers, I think airdrops, I think Arc Courier, all of the long breaching animation containers, not the tiny boxes you find around when looting, but like every container that takes more time than usual, to breach will give you 500 XP, just like Dead Raiders, by the way. If you don't know this, you can just tap a Dead Raider, exit instantly if you don't have time to loot them, and you will get 500 XP. So, if you can breach faster, not only is it useful to rush to certain objectives that are behind barricaded doors, it's also useful to loot faster. The faster you loot, the more loot you can get to in one raid. And it's useful to get more XP, because right now you might be ignoring some Arc Pros because they are out in the open, so it takes a very long time to open, and it's very noisy. So you don't want to be out in the open, making noise for a long time. You can now remove the long time part. It's not gonna be that long. And you get XP, and you get good loot, and you are out of there. So extremely good. I feel it, like every time I breach something, I'm like, oh my god, it's so fast, I love it, it's great. So I really recommend you go for that one. Now let's go to the mobility tree. I'm gonna be saying obvious stuff, but maybe not to you all. I know some people are going full survival, full conditioning, no points in mobility. I think it's a huge mistake. I think no matter what tree you go for, I think you need to spend 11 points in mobility. One here, you can climb and vault more quickly. I will spend probably 5 points into this one in the long term, but especially 10 points here. Moving around costs less stamina. 5 out of 5, because you know what you always do in this game? Move around. So if you use less stamina, you have more stamina to run, you have more stamina to go across the map, reach the extract in time, loot more, chase that player that's running away from you, escape that player that's running at you, etc. Always useful in every single raid, in every situation possible. And for the exact same reason, Youthful Lungs increases your max stamina. When do you need stamina? Always! You always use stamina in this game. There is no reason not to go for these two, in my opinion. If you do not go for these two nodes, please comment down why. I'm legit interested, because maybe you figured something I haven't figured out. Or maybe you disagree that it's that useful. Or maybe you need these 10 points to do your very specific skill tree. I really wonder who would not go for 10 points in here. Now, we also have, you can slide further and faster. Realistically, compared to running and existing, which is 100% of the time, when do you slide? I guess it's useful to run, slide, run, slide, run, slide. I wonder if Embark is ever gonna like fix that, because the fact you can just run and slide on flat ground to preserve stamina doesn't really make sense, doesn't really fit the game in my opinion. It looks like it's what you do in Apex Legends, you know, which is a movement shooter. So how come in this game we can just run, slide, run, slide, run, slide to preserve stamina? It makes no sense. So in my opinion, it's just weird. I don't like to run, slide. I don't do it. I know it's good. I know it's better than just running. I don't like it. I don't want to do this. Sturdy ankles. You take less fall damage when falling from a non-lethal height. Extremely worth it in my opinion, because jumping out of a building, out of a window, out of a cliff can save your life, but it can kill you. So making it more likely to save your life than to kill you, I think is extremely useful, right? That's the sole reason I want it. It also means whenever you are making a kind of a risky jump and you try to catch a ledge or a ladder or a zipline to break your fall, but you miss, or whenever you accidentally time your dodge roll wrong and take damage, you will take less damage. And taking less damage means more chances of surviving, you know? So yeah, I really like this node. Probably gonna put 2 more points in here, 4 more points in here. Now, survival tree. I know many people go full survival. I find it crazy. I know maybe I spread out too much, but I have a long way to go. I'm only level 38 out of 75, you know? I can still go a very long way. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna here. Anyways, you don't care right now. So, first note is your movement speed while crouching is increased. I have been told it's garbage. I have been told it's not noticeable, it's not enough, and Embark is not giving us any kind of percentage in these descriptions, so you are kind of going in blind. I can't tell you by how much your movement speed while crouching is increased. I have heard it's bad from multiple people. I don't want it. Instead, I will go here. Revitalizing stamina regeneration while crouched is increased. I go crouch often when sneaking around, hiding, waiting, and if I can get more stamina back while doing so, it's better, you know? So that sounds great over being barely faster. In-round crafting, I think every single person should have it. I don't think there is a skill tree build that would justify not spending 1, 2, 3 points, only 3 points in survival for in-round crafting. I think every single person watching this video should have in-round crafting. it unlocks the ability to craft bandages and shield recharges in raids. All you need to craft a bandage during a raid is to find 5 fabric, and that's literally it. And all you need to craft a shield recharger is to kill an arc for its power cell, which you are gonna do passively anyways, because you're gonna get attacked by arcs and kill them and loot them. You can use them on yourself directly, just like fabric, by the way. You can heal yourself with fabric, as you can see in the description. You can heal yourself with arc power cells. But what's even better is to turn one of these into the better version. So you turn 5 fabric into 1 bandage, you turn 1 power cell and 5 rubber into 1 shield recharge. Extremely useful, extremely clutch. You can do it on 3 loadouts. On 3 loadouts, you only have 1 shield recharger and 1 or 2 bandages. 2 bandages, I believe. So if you get into one single fight, you have nothing left. If you go in-round crafting, suddenly you can just craft back, heal, and shields. Amazing perk. I think you all should go for it. You can also craft light impact grenades and a few other things. I have literally never crafted, never felt the need for it, but it's there. Shields and heals, extremely clutch, extremely good. Every single player, every single raider that goes topside should have the ability to craft them. You definitely need to spend 1, 2, 3 points only, alright? Get it. Just get it. Now, another thing. Just like I told you, breaching faster is always useful. Just like I told you, not being weighted down by your shield is always useful. Having more stamina is always useful, constantly. This is always useful. This is always useful. What do you do more in this game? You wear a shield, you move around, and you loot. So, looting faster just makes sense, right? Go for it. You want to loot faster. I know I told you, it depends on your playstyle. Everyone... No. Get in-road crafting, get looter's instinct. And get more stamina, please. Okay, so basically you just loot faster. When you open a container, the loot is revealed faster, meaning you spend less time in inventories, in menus, and more time being able to see around you, moving around, looting more items in more places, etc. It just makes sense. I don't see any reason not to take it. So I would say take it. Now, I have spent 1 point here because I'm going for this, I'm going for this, I'm going for this, maybe I'm going for this. So I have to spend more points in here. So I will spend 2 more points in revitalizing squat and the rest here to unlock this node, Suffer in Silence, and I will get this one as well. Good as new. So while under a healing effect, stamina regeneration is increased. Remember how I told you that using a bandage, fabric can heal you? Well, did you know that fabric heals, not only heals you, but it takes 25 seconds to heal you? Well, look at this now. While under a healing effect, stamina regeneration is increased. So you go into a raid with a stack of, I don't know, 15, 20, 50 if you want, fabric. You intentionally take damage from time to time by, I don't know, jumping off a first floor of a building. You will take like 5 or 10 points of damage. You use 1 fabric, and now for the next 25 seconds, your stamina regeneration is boosted. That's insane. I feel like it's a great combo I figured out, and I really want to go for that and try it. I also need that node anyway, because I want to go Stubborn Mule, which makes your stamina regeneration less affected by being over-encumbered, meaning you can afford being over-encumbered. Seems amazing. I'm going for level 2 in-raid crafting, which allows you to craft. I'm gonna show you exactly what. It allows you to craft Noisemaker, Blaze Trap, Smoke Grenade Trap, Lure Grenade Trap, Gas Grenade Trap, this little flamethrower thing, Raider Hatch Key. Wait, there's an item, I don't know what it is, and I wanna see. Okay, what is this? Agave Juice. Top point increases stamina regeneration at a small initial cost to health. What? You take 5 damage, and then you regenerate 5 stamina per second for 10 seconds. It's kinda, not sure it's very useful. Kinda hard to make too. Yeah, it's a bit weird, I don't care. But you can craft Raider Hatch Keys. The recipe is not very easy. Advanced electrical components are not that common, so would be kinda weird to bring them. I would not bring them, but you could find them and be like, oh, I have a Raider Hatch Key for free now. I can just craft it, so let's do it and extract safely. Reminder, you cannot use Raider Hatch Keys in night raids. It's a bit niche. Making traps and stuff. What are the recipes? Smoke nade and wires. How are you gonna find a smoke nade? How are you gonna find a blaze nade? You know, you can find grenade containers, but it's not that common. I mean, it's very niche, but at the same time, it costs a single point to unlock that node once you are here. And you need to spend points here to unlock Security Breach, you know. It's kind of worth it, right? And finally, I will definitely go for Broad Shoulders. Increases the maximum weight you can carry. What are you doing always in the game? Wearing a shield, using stamina, looting, carrying loot, right? So let's be able to carry more loot. Amazing perks here, in my opinion. I'm not going to go over every grey node. I'm just telling you what I'm probably gonna go for personally. I think this is not worth it for my playstyle. playstyle, any of this is not worth it. I think these are the worst nodes in the game, not worth it whatsoever. Now you have these, which are great when you're down, you take less damage and you bleed out slower. I mean, if you're down in solo, you're probably gonna get finished, except if you get down by bots. But then you need to be kind of close to the extract anyway. They don't shoot you, so you don't need to take less damage. I don't know, it depends on your playstyle. If you constantly play in squad, it's very useful to take less damage, bleed out slower, and be faster while down with this. You tell me. If you are a very PvP player, I would say this whole side of the yellow tree, the whole left branch up to the top, is probably the best thing you can go for. Now, if you want to be stealthy, you have options here, there. You do you. Don't copy-paste my skill tree, don't copy-paste what you see online. Go and check the nodes for yourself. I hope me explaining why some nodes have some bonus side effects has helped you. I hope it will help you make an informed decision, but I hope you don't copy-paste what I've done. If you want to simulate your skill tree, if you are not too sure what you want to do, my advice is go on a website such as Metaforge, and you go to the skill tree, skill tree here, and you can simulate your skill tree. So do kind of like me, you do like this, 5 in here, 5 in here, and at the top of the page you can see a bar filling up, and when you reach 75 points allocated in the tree, bar will be filled up and you will not be able to spend more points. So you can prepare in advance your whole skill tree by doing this. You spend points, and the bar goes up, goes up, goes up, up, up. And see, when I put too many points in the tree, total 75, I cannot put any more. So this allows you to know exactly where do you put your points and will you be able to get everything you want? Because you have to make choices, you cannot unlock everything, alright? So I will link this website in the description and in the top comment. And on that note, if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment. Tell me what you agree with, what I missed, what you disagree with, what you are going for. Please share the video around with your friends, like it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. That would really mean a lot. And on that note, I will see you topside, Raider.